Okay, this is a Sporty my buddy bought a while back. It was just a plain white Sportster, and he wanted to just something to jack around with. He's got a soft tail, and he just wanted a toy. And he had a couple things he wanted. He wanted a bar and shield on it, and he wanted it yellow. So it started out as a white bike, and believe it or not, this bike took over 9 months to complete, just because I did another guy's engine in between it and other projects, and just so it got pushed off. But we just took our time with it, and we did a whole bunch of metal work on it. And I'll just run over some things real quick on what we did to this thing. It's super fun to ride, and we did a whole bunch of cool things on it that you don't really notice. A lot of times it's really easy to overlook some of the things that we did. But this is an aftermarket tank. I lifted it, so I made the brackets for that, and we lifted it up to get it above the frame a bit. And then we had to section this to get it more in line. All of this was body work through here to be smooth. Tank's smooth as glass. That's a yellow pearl with some additional pearl added to it, and then that's just like a plain silver, and then a red pinstripe on it. I thought that I came up with a design myself. I really think it turned out cool, man. Pinstripe on one side, and then we've got the Harley Davidson more traditional logo on the side, and all of this graphic has a good 3 coats of clear over it. There's actually, on this paint job, there's over 20 layers of material from metal to what you see here, over 20 layers. And I screwed up, and I got to do the front fender twice. So actually 3 times, because we started to have problems with the paint coming off here because the bolts contacted it. So I ended up having to weld some standoffs in there and reshoot. I reshot all this from here to here, and then the front fender where it mounts up to, and I should have done it from the beginning, but just never did. Anyway, we relocated. This fender had a hole in it about this big, and then the tail light and everything was back here. We filled all that in with metal and relocated. This is where the ECM was. We relocated it back behind here. He had another cover, and I took that cover and cut it up, and then I fabricated that cover for the outside of it. You don't even really notice it's there because it's all black. We've had a bunch of powder coating done on it. Redid some brackets on here to hold that in place instead of those stupid ones that they put on there from the factory. This seat was like a $60 job off of Amazon, I think. His brother actually gave it to us, and then I made the mount underneath it. The seat's pretty cool because it actually pulls off. It just rides on there with some grommets, and it pulls off, and then all the electronics are underneath here, which is cool. And then this guy's registration underneath there. So no, it's not comfortable. So in case you're wondering, we powder coated. All this was chrome. We powder coated the cases, shined up the cylinders a little bit. The motor was really fresh. It only had like 6,000 miles on the bike. It was like an 06, I think, something like that. We lowered it. This whole license plate mounting assembly here is all hand fabricated. That's got a little wire that goes up through here, and underneath here there's guide wires underneath both sides that run the wires across the back of the fender. All of the chrome was all really nice chrome, and then we just brushed it with some Scotch-Brite, and it gives it a really cool effect. Kind of like that Exile Cycles from back in the 90s, in the 2000s, if anybody remembers that. We kept it pretty low budget. We were going to put a turbocharger on this thing, just like his brother has. But once we put it together, and we liked it so much, it just doesn't need one. It would ruin this bike. It's so fun to ride the way it is. I took the air cleaner's got the brush look on it as well, and I just cut the back of it out so it flowed a little better. And then we reran the bypass on it. I blocked the bypass up, and et cetera, et cetera. The pipes are like $100 job, and they were just, everybody's seen these. They were just the straight slash cut dump outs down here. It was so obnoxiously loud that I cut the ends off. I put silencers inside of here, and then I made some hand tigged pie cut exhaust tips on there, and it sounds really good now. It's comfortable. And it doesn't beat your ears to death. We took the covers off of here, just cleaned that up a little bit, put some hardware in there. The swing arm was repainted because we took the bracket off for the belt guard, and then the as well as this whole back section of the frame, because it got beat up. This actually had to have some material taken out of it, but so this is all fresh paint back here. The cam cover was chopped. As you can see your oil pump down there, and it's a shame the pipe covers up a lot of that, but it really turned out great. It looks cool. I recommend to do it. It's an easy thing to do, and it looks really cool. Just got some regular forward controls on it. I'm sure those were some Amazon cheapies. And then wrap the pipes, and I had to make a special mount for the exhaust pipe back here because it just wasn't the way the other one was. You can't wrap the pipe because the bracket goes right through the middle, so I had to relocate it and make it to where we could wrap the pipes just to get a good look on it. The wheels are just factory. We were going to put wheels on it, but I thought, man, these for the what you'd have to put into them, we just polished them up a little bit, and they look really good. I don't hate them at all. We put a mini ape on it, and had all this powder coated black, and put an LED headlight in it, and the front was pretty much left alone except for the powder coating here. It hasn't been lowered in the front, only in the rear. But that's it for the most part. But man, it's a really fun bike, and for the money, you can't beat these Sportsters, man. They're just really cool. So anyway, just thought I'd show you guys that real quick while we had it in here on the lift, and have a good one.